And of course I'm bleeding, so woo. So it's been a day. We'll just start with it. It's been a day. The sunroof stuck open. Just, it's been a day. So I started changing brakes on the Civic, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but the boot is torn and it's seized. I knew something was up when I took the pads off. There's one pad. Scorched, gone. The other pad, if you can see, is wore at like a 45-degree angle almost. I knew something was up. So the options were slap it back together and let her take it and get the sunroof fixed because the motor's burned out on sunroof and I don't want to deal with that. Or like 87 bucks because there was a $10 off coupon online, shop online. This is new bracket, new sliders, new e-brake, everything. All I've got to do is get the line off, and then there's a bracket on the bottom that holds the e-brake cable. The e-brake cable will go through that bracket, clip on here, and put that brake line there. Be done. The hardest part here is going to be bleeding it. So I've already got the old caliper loose. If you're going to replace it like this, when you buy the new one, it comes with the bracket. So just take these two 14mm bolts off. They're laying here somewhere. There's one. Take those off. Okay. And I'll take the whole thing loose. What I may do is bolt this back up, this old one back up, so that I can get those loose. Okay. First thing, obviously, you got to do, jack the car up, get the wheel off, etc. If you're already this far into it, replacing a caliper, you probably know how to do all this. I go right there on the body with my jacks. So I'm going to get that bracket and that cable loose, and then I'm going to bolt this on and then take the line from there to there. Steve's going to get our power bleeder, so wish me luck. So what I did was I left the caliper attached. Everything's broke loose, but it's still attached. You got two 12s here. We'll take this bracket loose. You can take the cable out, do whatever. I'm just going to try and swap the whole bracket, take it loose right here, swap the bracket onto the new one, and just slap the whole assembly on there, and then swap the cable over, or the brake line. So the e-brake cable kind of sucks. It has to come up and over this ridge. If you look, it's slotted. So what you have to do is like grab it with this hand, like that, and push up, and then get like a pair of needle nose or a flat head or something, and get behind the head and pry, because it has to come up over here. And as it's going up, it has to go like, because it's slotted. And of course I'm bleeding, so woo. Okay, so I'm gonna put, that's a 14. I got it cracked open. Swap it over here. That'll be out of the way, and that'll go in. Make sure when you do that there is a crush washer in the bottom, and the line goes in that little hole where it lives. One thing to pay attention to is on the old caliper, the bolts that went in here were 12s. On here they're 14, so they're bigger. The reason I broke this apart was it'll make it easier to get the pads in, plus it let me get into the bolts for the bracket and get more grip on it. Plus it'll be easier to put the e-brake on. I took it apart, got the e-brake on, got the caliper bolted to the bracket. So now all I gotta do is put the two 12s in the bottom. I'll pop this guy off, go get a 10 or 8, whatever that is, get some brake fluid, and we'll be done probably 15 minutes. So now we're gonna bleed it. Everything's hooked up. It's 10mm, all right? Steve, pump it 3 times and hold it. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna crack it open. All right. Okay. Let off. Okay. 3 times and hold it.
And hold.
How's your pedal feel?
It's pretty good. It's got some treble to it though. Derek just went.
Okay. All right. Pump it 3 times and hold it for me.
I've sure had a whole lot. That's good.
Okay.
I've had a lot worse before.
Okay. Let off of it. You got the e-brake on?
No.
Pull the e-brake for me. Okay. Let the e-brake off. Pull the e-brake for me.
Okay.
Okay. Let it off.
All right.
Okay, piston's moving. All right, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna check the other side, okay?
Okay.
All right, Pump the pedal for me.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right, let off. Okay, pull your e-brake. Let it off. One more time. All right, let it off. Yeah, that caliper over here is seized, Steve.
It's seized.